Well, if you thought you might see a big star today at over 30 feet tall and 13,000 pounds, they don't get much bigger than that. But also a movie called The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement, starring Julie Andrews and Anne Hathaway as the Queen and Princess of Genovia, filmed here. Now, Genovia, of course, is a completely fictitious European country. And that's just fine, because on your left-hand side, where we're headed next, is a completely fictitious Europe. We can make it look like any European country we need it to be. And here's what we did to tell you how that's possible.
Welcome to Little Europe. This place can be made to look almost like any country we need just by changing the language on the side and a little set decoration. Buenos días. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca para los palomas? You are Buddy. The gates. Now, what's a Fräulein got to do around here to get some schnitzel, eh?
Well, a film called The Good German, with George Clooney, Kate Blanchett, and Tobey Maguire filmed to use these areas for Europe. It's coming out this December. Keep your eyes out for that. Pirates of the Caribbean Part 2 and 3 have also filmed here. In fact, Pirates of the Caribbean 3 was filming on our lot earlier on in the day. But a movie called The Pink Panther was in theaters just recently. Used this area for Paris. And, you know, Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel, as well as Beverly Hills 90210 have all used these areas for Europe as well. But, you know, it would be impossible for me to talk about Universal, and especially Little Europe, without mentioning monster films. After all, Universal perfected the horror genre over 75 years ago with those classic monsters of Frankenstein, the Wolfman, Dracula, the Mummy. On your right-hand side is the Court of Miracles. And every major movie monster got their start right here. Of course, a lot of you might recognize the one of the people from that clip that was filmed right here, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, starring Lon Chaney, the man of 1,000 faces. Now, he was called that because he was an innovator in movie makeup techniques. You almost couldn't recognize him in the different productions he was in. In fact, his most famous film role was as the Phantom in the movie The Phantom of the Opera.
The Phantom of the Opera.
Well, moving from... As we're on this street with a lot of westerns took place on, what would a good western be without all those barroom brawls? Guys getting punched in the face, hand over the head with chairs, crashing through windows, slamming into walls. Well, that involved a lot of Hollywood magic. Every punch was carefully choreographed. The chairs are made out of a lightweight material called balsa wood. The bricks were made out of foam rubber, so the cowboys would just bounce right back, and the windows made out of flimsy breakaway material called candy glass, which is just a hardened sugar. But we're going to take you from the Wild West to, well, a much more relaxing place. We're going to take you to a small New England town called Amity. You might recall about 30 years ago, it was terrorized by a man-eating great white shark in a film called Jaws, but don't worry, we finally caught that great white shark. We've got him strung up here. And we've got some divers in the water to reopen the beaches. To make sure that there aren't any other stray problems, but... Well... Oh, that shark looked a lot bigger in the movie. Oh wait, there he is. Oh no, there's still a diver in the water. That doesn't look safe. Maybe he'll be alright. Alright, I'm sorry folks, for your own safety, we're going to have to pull up next to these gasoline tanks and high voltage lines. But don't worry, the shark is in the water. We're out of the water. I mean, nobody in the movie Jaws ever got eaten unless they fell in the water. Oh, is that gasoline and sparks? That can't be good. Oh, fire. Helium tanks. Gasoline.
Oh my God.
Up on top of the hill. Up on top of the hill is they're filming Desperate Housewives. So I have to go off the microphone for just a minute, but. Wonder what that's about. And incidentally, Psycho was the very first film to ever show a flushing toilet on screen. Well, now coming up, one of the most impressive movies. This amazing set is what remains in the neighborhood where Tom Cruise hides out in the film. That is an actual plane which was destroyed specifically for this incredible scene.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around a vision that Steven had.
When we first began to sit down to talk about the War of the World, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
Well, like I said before, these sets from War of the World.